Today,
For 70
something
years,
truly
the British
remarkable
monarchy
happened
felt
in the
like a
story
fixed
of the
star
modern
in a
monarchy.
rapidly changing
King Charles and the
Queen
Princess
Elizabeth
of Wales
II
stepped out
was
together
its
for their
constant,
first joint
a
event
symbol
dedicated
of
to the
unwavering
fight
tradition.
against cancer.
Her reign was
This was more
defined
than
by its
just another
consistency.
royal appearance.
Its quiet
It was a
refusal
deeply
to bend
personal
to the whims
and powerful
of the modern
statement
age.
of unity.
But since
For
her
the first
passing,
time since
a
the
new
twin
era
shocks
has
of their
begun.
cancer
And while
diagnoses
many were
rocked the
watching
world
for
in
grand,
early 2024,
sweeping reforms,
the monarch
King Charles
and the future
III
queen
has been
consort
quietly
presented a
reshaping
united
the
front,
monarchy from the inside
turning a
out.
shared private
These aren't
battle
loud,
into a very
revolutionary
public
changes.
display of strength
You won't
and
see
solidarity.
torn down palace
What
walls
this moment
or discarded
signifies
crowns.
for the crown.
Instead,
For their personal
the king
journeys,
is undertaking
and for the
a
future of the
careful
British
and deliberate
monarchy
evolution.
is bigger
It's
than
a
you might
series
think.
of subtle shifts.
This outing
and quiet
is a story
renovations
of personal
to
courage,
age-old traditions
institutional
when you
resilience.
look at them together,
A carefully
reveal a
planned
clear
message of
departure from his
continuity
mother's
and a
iconic
poignant
style.
look into the
This has been his
redefined
plan for
landscape
decades.
of the royal family.
A gradual
It signals that while the
recalibration of
monarchy
one of the
has weathered
world's
one of its
oldest
most challenging
institutions.
years in
Let's
recent
explore
memory,
these small
its future
but significant
is one of shared
adjustments
strength
that are
and
speaking
profound
volumes about the
empathy.
future
The
of the
setting for
British
this
crown.
landmark occasion
The first
was
and
St.
most
James's
visible
Palace,
sign of this
where a
new
reception was
Caroline
held
era
to honor
came
the
with the
100th
King's
coronation
25th
in May
anniversary
2023.
of Cancer Research
At
UK.
first glance,
The choice
it was
of
an
event
event
was
steeped
steeped
in
in
1,000
1,000
years
years
of
of
history.
history.
King
But the
Charles was
details
announced
told
as
a
the
different
charity's
story,
new patron
one
in
of
April
intentional
2024.
modernization.
A role
The biggest
previously
giveaway,
held by
the
his
sheer
mother,
scale of it.
Queen Elizabeth II's coronation
The initial
back
announcement
in
from the palace
1953
listed the
was a
king
grand
and queen as
imperial
attendees.
spectacle. But in
It was a
move that
broadcast
captured
event
immediate
designed to
and
project
widespread
British
attention,
power in a
Kensington
post-war
Palace
world.
announced that the
Westminster
Princess of
Abbey
Wales
was
would be
packed with
joining
over
them.
8,000
This officially made the
guests.
reception
Afterwards,
the first time
the
both
young
the
queen
king
took
and the
part in a
princess have
5-mile
made a joint
procession
public
through
appearance
London,
for a
a journey that
cancer-related
took
cause,
2 hours
since
just
their
so
respective
as many
diagnoses
people
were
as
revealed.
possible could
As
see
they
the
arrived,
pageantry.
the
It was the
atmosphere
monarchy
one
in
of
its most
respectful
majestic.
anticipation.
King
The
Charles'
assembled
coronation,
guests,
by
leading
contrast,
cancer
was a
clinicians,
deliberately smaller
pioneering
affair.
researchers,
The guest
and
list
dedicated
was
volunteers,
dramatically shorter,
understood
with
the
about
unique weight of the
2,200
moment.
people filling the
This
abbey.
wasn't just
The
a meeting
procession
between
route was a
monarch
much
and his
tighter
daughter-in-law.
1.4 miles.
It was a gathering of
practical
survivors
address
and
that
fighters,
also
united by a
huge
common
symbolic
and
weight.
deeply personal
This wasn't
cause.
just about
King
logistics.
Charles. It was a
Accompanied
visual
by Queen
statement
Camilla,
of Charles'
appeared
long-held
engaged
vision for
and
a
in good
slimmed-down
spirits.
monarchy.
The Princess
Scaling
of Wales,
back the event
looking
was a
composed,
conscious choice,
joined him in
meant to
conversations.
reflect a more
Her
modern
presence
Britain
alone
and to acknowledge
speaking
the
volumes.
economic realities.
Their warm
faced by its
interactions
people.
were a visible
The service itself
representation
was
of the
also
close
shorter,
bond that
running
has
for about
reportedly
2 hours
deepened
compared
through
to the
their
nearly
shared health
3-hour
ordeal.
ceremony
Together,
for his mother.
they toured
By
immersive
trimming the guest
installations
list,
designed to
shortening the
showcase
route,
the charity's
and condensing the
groundbreaking
ceremony,
work and
Charles
demonstrate
sent a
how
clear
technology
message
is
under his
transforming
leadership.
cancer
The
research.
monarchy would be less
spoke
about
at length with
extravagant
scientists
spectacle
about the
and more
latest
about
advancements
focused,
in
meaningful
diagnostics and
representation.
treatment.
Their
Beyond the
questions
size of
informed
the
by a
ceremony,
perspective
the
very
content
few
of the
in their
coronation
position
itself
have
revealed
possessed.
one of the most profound
This joint
shifts.
appearance was a
For
carefully
centuries,
considered
the
decision.
coronation
designed
has been
to
an
highlight their
exclusively
personal
Anglican
commitment to the
Christian
cause,
service,
while
cementing the
projecting a
monarch's
powerful
role
image
as
of
the supreme
institutional
governor of the
steadiness.
Church of England.
It was a royal
King
milestone
Charles
that
also
reaffirmed
served
this
as a
ancient
deeply
duty,
personal
but
moment
he
of
also opened the
solidarity.
door to a
To
more
fully grasp the
inclusive
magnitude
spiritual
of today's
landscape.
event.
For the
We
very
have to
first
rewind
time
to
in
the
British
tumultuous
history,
days
leaders
of
from other
2024,
faith traditions
a
were
year
given
that
an active,
presented the British
formal
monarchy
role
with
in
a
the
challenge,
coronation.
arguably
Peers from the
unparalleled
Jewish,
in modern
Hindu,
times.
Sikh,
The
and
year
Muslim
began
faiths
with concerning
participated
health
in the
news.
ceremony.
On
And in
January
another
17,
unprecedented moment at the
2024,
service's
Kensington
conclusion,
Palace
a
announced
group
that the
of Princess
faith
of
leaders
Wales had
delivered a
undergone
collective
a planned
greeting to the
abdominal
newly
surgery.
crowned king.
The palace
This was
noted
the
she would be
culmination of
hospitalized
Charles's
for up to 2
decades-long
weeks
interest
and wouldn't
in
return to
interfaith
public
dialogue
duties until
but maybe
after
the most
Easter.
personal
Almost
change
at the
came
same
from the
time,
king himself.
Buckingham Palace
After
announced
swearing
that
the
King
traditional
Charles would
oath to
undergo a
uphold the
corrective
Protestant
procedure
religion,
for a benign
he paused
enlarged prostate
and offered a quiet,
less than 2 weeks
personal
later,
prayer
on February
asking
5th,
to be a blessing
the
to
world
all,
was hit with
of
a
every
far more
faith
sobering
and belief.
announcement.
This
Buckingham
wasn't a
Palace
replacement of his
revealed that during the
constitutional
king's
role,
procedure,
but a personal
form of
addition that
cancer had
expanded
been
the monarch's
identified.
duty.
The
to
palace
all his
confirmed
people,
he had started
no
a
matter their
schedule of
creed.
regular treatment.
This spirit
and would
of
postpone
inclusivity
public
was also
duties.
behind the decision
The news
to
that the
replace
sovereign
the
was
ancient
battling
homage
cancer
of
sent
peers,
shockwaves
where
around the
aristocrats
globe.
would kneel
In the
to
weeks
swear
that followed,
fealty.
speculation
Instead,
surrounding
we
the
saw the
princess
homage of Wallace's absence from
an invitation for everyone in the UK and Commonwealth to offer
the pressure culminated on
It was a
March
symbolic
22nd,
pivot from a
when the
feudal
princess
hierarchy
released
to a
an
more modern
extraordinary
idea
personal
of
video
public
message.
consent.
In
These
it,
weren't
she
just
bravely
cosmetic
revealed
tweaks.
that tests
They were
following her
foundational
surgery
changes
had found
redefined
cancer
the
had been
monarchy's
present,
relationship
and she was
with
in
the
the early
diverse nation
stages
it
of
serves.
preventative chemotherapy.
For over 50 years,
she spoke of the
King
huge
Charles has
shock
been a
and the
vocal
need to
champion
explain
for
the
the
situation
environment,
to her
often
three young
facing
children.
skepticism
The
for his
world's
early
stunned
warnings about
for the
climate
first time
change
in
and
modern
plastic
recorded
pollution.
history. What
The
was
monarchy
once
was
seen as a
faced with the
princely
reality
hobby
of
is
its
now
two
being
most
quietly
senior
woven
figures,
into the
the
fabric
king
of
and
his
the
reign,
future queen,
making
both
sustainability
undergoing
a core
cancer
theme
treatment
of his monarchy.
simultaneously.
This was on
It was a
subtle
period of
display during the
profound
coronation.
uncertainty
Queen
that
Camilla's
left the
coronation
institution
gown was
looking
an ivory dress
unexpectedly
she had
vulnerable.
worn before.
Prince William
Elegantly
shouldered the
refitted for
immense
the day,
burden of
a
supporting
big
both his
contrast to
wife
the
and his
tradition
father.
of commissioning
But the
lavish
absence
new
of both
garments.
the king and
The
the
historic
princess
chairs
was
used in the
palpable.
ceremony
This period
were
of
restored for
crisis,
reuse.
however,
Even the
also
anointing
laid the
oil,
groundwork for
while
a new
consecrated
kind
in
of royal
Jerusalem,
resilience,
was made with
one that would
olives from the
eventually
Mount of
lead to the
Olives and
powerful
was
joint
certified
statement
cruelty
we
free.
witness today.
These small
Behind the
choices
palace
were
walls,
powerful
the shared
statements aligning
experience of
an
a cancer
ancient ceremony
diagnosis with modern
reportedly
values.
forged an
This
even
emphasis
stronger
is a
bond
distinct
between King
departure
Charles
from his mother's
and his
reign.
beloved
While
daughter-in-law,
Queen Elizabeth
a term
II
he
was known
himself
for her
has used.
personal frugality,
Sources close to the royal
sustainability was
family
never
have
the
spoken
central,
of a profound
public-facing
connection
brand of
that
her
developed
monarchy
during
in
this
the way it's
intensely
becoming for
difficult
Charles.
period. He isn't
This new
just
depth in their
practicing
relationship
sustainability.
is said to
He's
have
branding
begun
the monarchy
while they were
with it.
both
His
patients
efforts
at the
go
London
beyond
Clinic
ceremony.
in January
Too.
2024.
He launched the
It
coronation
was reported
food
that the
project,
king made a point
an
to
initiative
visit the
designed
Princess
to
of
tackle
Wales
both
during their
food waste
overlapping
and food
hospital
insecurity.
stays.
Plans
As
were
one
announced
source
to
described,
install solar
there were two
panels
patients
at
going
Sandringham,
through a
and
common
the royal
health
family's
experience,
financial
a
reports
unique
now
situation
listed
that allowed
environmental
for an
sustainability
unparalleled
as a
level of
key
empathy.
priority.
Following
It's a
the
clear
prince's
signal
own
that the king
diagnosis
is using his new
the king was
platform
among
to
the
elevate
first to
his
offer his
lifelong
public
cause
support,
from a personal
releasing a
passion
statement
to an
from
institutional
Buckingham
Palace,
principle,
expressing
not
how
just
so
the head of
proud
state.
he was of
He's
Catherine
determined
for
to
her
be the
courage
Green
in
King.
speaking as she
Long
did.
before he
The
took the
statement
throne,
affirmed that
one
he
of
had
King
remained in
Charles's
the most
closest
talked about
contact with his
ambitions
beloved
was his desire
daughter-in-law
for a
throughout the
slimmed-down
past
monarchy.
weeks.
The
This
vision
wasn't
was
just
for
a
a more
formal
modern,
message. It was a
cost-effective
deeply
institution
personal
with a
affirmation of
smaller
their
core
bond.
of senior
Royal
working royals.
insiders have
He
suggested
believed
that the
this
king
would be
was
more
left
palatable
emotional
to the
after
public
sharing
and
a
would
private
focus the
lunch
crown's
with the
efforts when
princess
they
at
mattered
Windsor
most.
Castle
For
shortly
years,
before she
this was
recorded
just a
her
concept.
video message.
But the
A
path to
moment
achieving
of
it
quiet
was
solidarity away
unexpectedly
from the
and
world's
dramatically
gaze.
accelerated. This personal narrative is the crucial, humanizing backstory to today's joint appearance. Their shared journey provided them with a unique platform, meaning that when they walked into that reception, they weren't just performing a royal duty. They were embodying a shared story of resilience. This bond, strengthened in crisis, has become a quiet strength at the heart of the monarchy, allowing for a moment of public unity that feels both authentic and powerful. Masterclass in Royal Messaging. Today's joint outing was far more than a heartwarming display of family unity. It was a masterclass in modern royal messaging and a powerful statement about the future direction of the monarchy. It was a deliberate act designed to convey multiple layers of meaning. First, it was a projection of strength and continuity. After a year marked by health crises and uncertainty, the image of the monarch and the next Princess of Wales standing side by side, healthy and engaged, is invaluable. It serves as a powerful visual rebuttal to any narrative of a monarchy in crisis, signaling that the institution is steady and the leadership is resilient. Their joint appearance demonstrates a coordinated and managed return to public life, reassuring the public that the monarchy is moving forward with purpose. Second, the event represents a brilliant fusion of the personal and the institutional. Historically, the royals have often maintained a stoic separation between private struggle and public duty. By choosing a cancer research event for their first joint outing, King Charles and Princess Catherine have deliberately blurred that line. They are using their unique, high-profile experiences to champion a cause that now resonates with them on a deeply personal level. This act transforms their vulnerability into a powerful tool for advocacy, making the monarchy appear more human and relatable, a defining characteristic of the more transparent monarchy King Charles aims to foster. Third, this appearance provides crucial support for the heir, Prince William. Throughout 2024, the Prince of Wales shouldered an immense burden, balancing his duties to the state with his role as a husband and son. The visible strength and unity of his father and his wife served to alleviate some of that pressure, showing the public that he is not carrying the weight of the monarchy alone. This united front creates a stable foundation from which he can operate with the visible support of a recovering and resolute family unit. Finally, the outing is a clear signal about the future working model of the monarchy. It showcases a collaborative, intergenerational leadership style. We are seeing a father and daughter-in-law leading side by side, their partnership a central feature of the Caroline era. Today's event provides a tangible glimpse of what that future looks like. A slimmed-down monarchy where the principal members work together, sharing the platform and the responsibility. Looking to the future, the Caroline era redefined. This historic joint appearance does more than simply close a difficult chapter. It actively redefines the narrative of King Charles III's reign. The Caroline era is being shaped not just by tradition, but by the very modern challenges of resilience, empathy, and a more human-centered approach to public service. The positive momentum for this new chapter began to build with the news in early 2025 that the Princess of Wales was in remission. Her announcement brought a collective sigh of relief and a surge of optimism. Since then, her return to public duties has been gradual and measured, with a clear focus on balancing her work with her recovery and family life. While we have seen her at high-profile events like Trooping the Color and Remembrance Sunday, this joint outing feels different, signaling a new phase that moves from individual recovery to collective strength. This event helps to solidify the defining themes of King Charles' reign. He has long been an advocate for various causes, but his personal cancer journey has imbued his patronage with a new level of authenticity. When he speaks about cancer research now, he does so not just as a patron, but as a patient. Similarly, while the Princess of Wales has made early childhood development her signature cause, by joining the king at this event, she demonstrates that the royal family's core members will also unite on overarching national and global issues. This shows a flexible and responsive approach to their roles. Looking ahead, this outing sets a precedent for how the monarchy will navigate public life, suggesting a future where personal experience is not a weakness to be hidden, but a strength to be shared. This approach helps to forge a stronger bond between the institution and the public it serves. The late Queen Elizabeth II's reign was defined by unwavering stability. King Charles' reign is already being defined by a different, but equally powerful, kind of strength, resilience in the face of profound personal adversity. Today, by standing together, King Charles and the Princess of Wales have shown that the monarchy's future is about a family, united in purpose, leading with a newfound depth of empathy and a quiet, unshakable resolve. Today's historic joint appearance was more than a return to the royal stage. It was a powerful declaration of hope and a defining moment for the modern monarchy. In a single, poignant outing, a father and his daughter-in-law transformed a narrative of private struggle into a public spectacle of unity and strength. It was a story of personal courage meeting institutional duty, showcasing a king and a future queen leading side by side. This event signals that while the House of Windsor has faced one of its most challenging years, its future will be defined not by the trials it has endured, but by the shared strength and resilience with which it has overcome them. What are your thoughts on this historic joint appearance by the King and the Princess of Wales? Let us know in the comments below. And for more in-depth royal analysis and updates, don't forget to like and subscribe.